Hello again and welcome to March West Junction TMD. Or is this? I've not gone mad. I haven't bought the wrong gauge. As you can see in front of you, there's some OO9, and I just want to explain a new project that I'm doing that involves these OO9 models. So grab yourself a drink and we'll go to the workbench so I can fully explain. Okay, we're over at the workbench, and let me introduce to you March West Highland Railway. Now this isn't the track layout, this is just some of the track that I've purchased so far, and at the moment the only rolling stock I have actually got is the Batman Collectors Club wagon, because I've changed my subscription to the Collectors Club to OO9. And the reason for that was because I was always selling the wagon, because I've asked them to do a modern day wagon, and they basically says that they're not going to change and they want to carry on doing what they're doing with the private owner wagons, which is understandable. If they're successful with that, they're successful. But for people that model modern day trains, it don't really suit what I want, so I always end up selling them on or giving them away. So I've decided to go to OO9, and that's inspired me to look at doing a new project. I've got the other weathered wagon as well, and the only loco I've got at the moment is this Quarry Hunslet 040 tank, which is a beautifully detailed loco, and all three of these I'll do a future video on them, but today I just want to go through what my plans are for this new project. So I'll just show you a quick draft of what I'm looking at. Okay, so this is a rough sketch of what I'm planning on building. Now it's going to be 5 foot by 3 foot, and the reason for that is because that's the size of board that I could get in the back of my wife's car, and I didn't want to split the boards. I wanted it so it's just one board, and also I just wanted it so it's manageable by 2 people to get in and out of a car. Now this is going to be an exhibition layout, so I can take it out, because I've had many offers for March West Junction to go to shows, but obviously it's fixed in the garage, and to make it portable I'd have to split it and make new legs and that, which I don't really want to do. And so I thought, why not build something that I can show some of my stock off and get it out on the exhibition circuit. Now it's going to be in 2 levels. The low level's in green, just there, and the upper level's in red. Now the green is going to be 00, and this here is going to be where it's a back scene on the top level, but on the bottom level there'll be a retaining wall coming round here and then joining up just at this point, and then this part will go into a tunnel with the railway above it of the OO9, and the OO9 will cross it on a bridge there. There's going to be a terminus station there. I might put a tunnel there, as it's a fictional thought of it's either coming from that way from March West Junction, or it's coming from that way from March West Junction. As you know, on March West Junction I've got a disused line that's been reconnected in one of the corners, and this in theory is the next station along. This will be so that branch line that comes off at March West Junction, this would be where it goes to. And like I say, it's going to be on 2 levels, the double O's on the bottom, the double O9's on the top. This is just a rough sketch of roughly what I'm thinking about. There's going to be a station there on the upper level with a siding coming off that'll be more overgrown, disused, a couple of tipper wagons there or something that are rusted up. And then as it goes over the bridge and meanders round, there'll be like either an engine shed or a goods shed. If it's an engine shed, a coaling stage, and then it will go round into the hillside, and then round to the back here will expand out for storage sidings. So that is roughly what I'm looking at. So it's going to be, I'll just recap, it's going to be 5 foot by 3 foot on 2 levels. The lower level will be double O and the upper level will be double O9. So to help me get a rough idea of how the track would work, I decided to do a full-scale mock-up of this on some paper and wallpaper, which I'll show you now. Okay, and this is the full-scale mock-up, and what I've actually done is got track and laid it on to the paper and traced round it. So as you can see, coming from this side, we've got the actual double O track here. This will be roughly where there'll be a tunnel, and then there'll be a separate bridge going across here for the double O9. This will be where roughly that siding will be, either an engine shed or goods shed, and then the track will go round into storage sidings. There'll be a back seam roughly going round here, and then there'll be a lower level retaining wall or cliff face going roughly to here, and then the railway will go across on the bridge there, like I said. And then this end, there'll be a sort of semi-disused siding for engineers trains, and then there'll be this siding here or through track, depending on what I decide. We'll have a station here, and then there's enough room to put a 108 DMU in the storage sidings. So it'll be like a BR Blue trains I'll be running. I might run a 150 depending, but it's more likely to be a BR Blue stock on the lower level. So the top part being 009, that's where the layout gets its name. So I've turned it into a Highland railway to make out it's a narrow gauge railway in the Highlands. So if anyone's got any other suggestions, please drop it in the comments below, and I'll take it on board and have a think about it if I can see anything that could be a problem or improvements. Okay, to start me off on this journey in 009, the first thing I bought was this starter track set, and actually it's got me the majority of the track, and for the price it's quite reasonable. Now the retail price for this is £100 for the track, and I'll just show you what you get inside the box. You get 6 standard straights, 2 double straights, a single double straight but with the wire, so it's pre-wired. You get 5 of the first radius standard curves, 6 of the first radius or number 1 radius, it says there, double curves, a right hand point, a left hand point, and 2 buffer stops which are in the pack just there. Now you also get this track plan book, which is quite good, and I think they sell these for a couple of quid, and it just shows you different ideas and how to use the track, like Pico always do. They always do something like this, which is really good, and it's even got instructions on how to build stuff. So it's quite a nice little modeller's guide. and that comes free with it. Now, I bought this from Rails, and it was $79.99 or 95, so just under 80 quid, and the retail at £100. But what I thought I'd do is calculate how much all the track is at retail price, plus with the 15% discount. So excuse my writing, but here I got all the codes, what the prices are. The ones with the question marks is because there's different quantities in this pack than what you buy. So what I did, I divided the figure up by the amount that you get in the pack, and then times it by the amount you get in the train pack. And these are the prices for all the individual, if you was to buy them separately. And the retail price, if you was to buy all these separately, is £130.77, minus 15% for the trade. They put their trade discount on, which would be £111.15. On top of that, you've got to add the book, which is a couple of quid as well. So it's about £113. And I paid £80, less than £80 for this from Rails of Sheffield. So if you're starting out in this, yes, you'll want flexi track and things like that, but as a basis to get started, there's over a £50 saving, or £30, over £30 saving on retail discounts by buying this pack. So I recommend that you, if you're starting out, it's worth having just buying one of these. I'm thinking actually of buying two, and it gives me the extra couple of points, a few more curves and a few more straights. In the pack, what you get is what you see here. So in theory, you could put an extra 3 lengths in either side to make it a bigger loop, or you know, a couple in and then just extend your sidings. There isn't enough track to do a passing loop. That's the only downside to it. You'd have to buy one of these small curves, which I thought was unusual. But what you can make with it is shown on the back there. But like I say, you're one of the small curves short of doing a passing loop, which is a shame, because normally on start sets, that's the first thing people do, is put a passing loop in. But hey-oh, it's not the end of the world. So that brings me to the end of this video. Now, this journey I want you to all support me with. It's not just going to be my way and it's the highway. I just want people's input, because I've never built anything from new and videoed it. I've done montages of photos with March West Junction at the beginning, which I regret. I would have done videos. So what I'd like to do with this one, from baseboard up, is hopefully have you all join the journey and feedback your thoughts and inputs and advice and tips on how to build it, how to make it lightweight, things like that. So thank you very much for stopping by. If you've enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up and share with your friends. And I'd like to say a big thank you to all my subscribers. I mean, it's gone from strength to strength, and I really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, then please hit the subscribe button. It's free. I don't want Patreon or anything like that, or donations or anything like that. All I want is people to enjoy the channel, and it's an opportunity for me to record what I'm doing as well. And I always like looking back at my old videos and seeing how things grow. And hopefully you'll all enjoy the content that I'm doing with this new project. I will still be doing March West Junction as well. That's still live. That's not going to die. It's going to keep going. And like I say, if my future video will be looking at how fantastic that little loco is, and the wagons. I mean, the detail in that loco, in the cab and the running characteristics and everything. I'm going to do a separate video showing you on the rolling stock that you can get in OO9. So once again, thank you very much for stopping by. Stay safe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.